The Charlotte Rollin Bobcats is an extension of the Charlotte Bobcats. And despite their disabilities, their enthusiasm for basketball remains high.
How a special organization is giving kids of all abilities the chance to play sports. Next on North Carolina Now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitchell Lewis in for Shannon Vickery. Thanks for joining us. Tonight on North Carolina Now, we'll meet some student athletes who prove a person's ability is limited only by their imagination. We'll enjoy a musical performance from Maxwell Mosier. They're two former members of the band Squirrel Nut Zippers. And later, we'll meet a scientist with some interesting theories on Santa Claus. But first, a team with no limitations. Sports are a big part of life for many North Carolina kids, and the same is true for kids with disabilities. Jeff Smith has the story on a group called Abilities Unlimited.
We have a very busy family, very active in a lot of things, mostly sports. So I would say we, between soccer and basketball, we are very active.
The McDermott sisters of Charlotte enjoy spending time together and playing like most siblings do. Caitlin is 14, Haley is 9, and Erica's 6.
They are typical children, typical siblings. They have their little spats every now and then, but most of the time they play well together. They have enough things in common where they can do a lot on their own, and with having 3 of them it's easier because they can play games and stuff.
Fran McDermott is the girl's mother. She and her husband Jim have had their hands full raising 3 active girls, one of them with a disability.
It's not much different because I've adopted as much as I can. When I was younger, it was harder because I wasn't as experienced, and the little kids didn't understand. Like when you're in kindergarten, or you're in a wheelchair and you think you can do everything, but you can't. But I've gotten used to everything. I figured out how to do everything. I'm pretty much a normal girl.
When Caitlin was born, we didn't know a lot about spina bifida. We found out a lot at the hospital. We were given a worst-case scenario, and we kind of went from there. And what we did, our philosophy with her growing up was to include her as much as we could in a normal household. And we got her involved as much as we could with able-bodied kids as well as disabled children. And as a child in preschool, we had her into a school that had an integrated program.
Caitlin is in public school in regular classes. After all, she's no different than any other kid her age.
A lot of the challenges that we have is just getting people to accept her as a normal kid. She, you know, intellectually, she's fine, and once people realize that she can, you know, speak and think just like a lot of the other kids and a lot of the other her friends, then, you know, she's good to go. Some of the challenges that we've dealt with as she's getting older are things like transportation.
My able-bodied friends, most of them I've known for a while, so they're used to me being in a wheelchair. And sometimes they go off and do other stuff that I can't necessarily do, like play soccer and stuff like that. But I just go out there and watch them, and I'm kind of used to it. But when I go with my disabled friends, they're just everything to me. Like, they open up a whole new world, and if I didn't have that world, I don't know what I would have done.
Caitlin has developed her musical skills playing the violin and the piano.
Let's get her done.
But her real love is basketball. Caitlin is a member of the Rollin Bobcats JV wheelchair basketball team in Charlotte. This is a co-ed team of 13 to 17-year-old kids coached by a U.S. Olympian.
My coach, Dave Kiley, he was a Paralympian, and he's won like 9 gold medals, and he's a fantastic